Oh well, I guess I would consider this Castearony Volume Number Four if I was gonna steal an actual magazine idea, which I'm not because this is original. Well, not really, but we're still gonna go with it. Hey guys, Castearony Volume Four apparently, but we're gonna just record me. I have nothing else to aim this phone on. I'm so sorry. Maybe just sideways on this thing. Let me see. Uh, Nothing else. Whatever. Go for it. Anyways, hey guys. I'm gonna read the cover for. I'm gonna read two things adults don't want kids to know by Amelia Rules by Jimmy Gownley by yours truly reading this non-VTuber style. Gonna read this through, and we're gonna do it because these hardcovers for the last three books came in. I'm only missing now. Obviously, well, the Ninja Christmas is not the part of the main line. I keep calling it, but I'm still missing the fourth book, which is the past is the present. I don't know if that's a hardcover, but these last three are definitely hardcover. And I remember ordering them hardcover because they were different available on Amazon. Instead of the whole box set in a boxer box thing, boxer reef, whatever. Uh, yeah, but we have this Amelia Rose book, and I'm gonna read it real quickly in the form of what might as well be Castearony Volume Number Four. If those of you don't know, Castearony is a digital magazine I run on this channel. It doesn't even resemble an actual digital magazine for what it's worth. Like it doesn't technically support my Wire LLC, nor does it actually resemble an actual magazine. And most people don't even know what I mean by Castearony. Like what, like the name Tony Cashman, but with the weird tier and irony and cast in it and whatever else is in that name word thing. What's a digital magazine, by the way? What is it? What's a abstract philosopher like me talking about this duration fears thing about this other stuff? No, no, what have you? Like, so Castearony, lo and behold, and it's not supposed to be like that. It's also inspired by other people in my life as well. If you do the guesswork, you can pretty much guess who some of those people really are. But so we're gonna start reading, and I'll read the cover side real quick. Oh yeah, so outside from the 10 of 9 or 10, and now she's 11. Amelia Lewis McBride is turning 11. Her New Year starts with a bang, a huge birthday party featuring Sarah as a surprise guest and a special song from Aunt Tanner. It all seems too good to be true until it turns out it is. Suddenly, Amelia's friends are fighting all the time. She gets the worst report card of her life. And when she finally musters the gut, oh, sorry. Okay. Uh, and when she finally musters the guts to tell a certain boy how she feels about him, she really learns why it's called a crush. And Aunt Tanner would not know just what to do if she were around. But with her new album and maybe with a new boyfriend, she doesn't seem that kind of time for Emily anymore. There are some tough lessons learned when you're 11, and things may not always turn out planned. Who says that has to be a good thing? Bad thing. Who says that has to be a bad thing? Okay. So the deal, guys, is I'm going to read this for only 5 minutes. And then for another 5 minutes, I'm not going to even say anything. And for the last 2 minutes, I'm going to say a few things that addresses both this book and my life in particular. So we'll do it starting from now. Here you go. We'll just read in for until 8 minutes in this recording. They have different reviews on the side of this book now, but I'm gonna look at them if I need to later. Uh, yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, so 5 minute read, and however we get this. All right. The main difference between boys and girls is that girls mature slightly faster and boys are idiots. Tanner Clark, and if you was on the C magazine, population. That's way too true, honestly, sadly. But you know what? I'm turning 11 years old today. You know what? Ever since I made cheerleader, everything I haven't made, but they don't get the pressure. Oh, is that really Rhonda, or is that just? Oh shit! Wait. Well, Rhonda does get the eyeballs back anyways. I think because Rhonda just gets to go there once back against the wall. I'm only looking ahead because I want to know how this works. Okay. Okay, not so much then. Why am I still jumping ahead? Oh, I jumped too far ahead. Oh, why am I doing this? Too spontaneous. Oh, crap. This thing happened again? Oh. Wow. Didn't expect to do this in the reading. Not terrible for them. I had terrible cards behind this phone, but yeah. Uh, well. I already with my 5 minute rule thing. I'm gonna read this last page for a second for some reason. I didn't read more than one panel on the front page. Like that's how bad I got in this one. I was like, wait, what does Rhonda even look like that for? It's like, of course she looks like that, but here we go. I think I want to walk. Sigh. Hey, hey, Reggie, wait up. Amelia, where have you been? I was looking for you yesterday. Where are you up to? Oh man, it's been crazy. So much has happened. Okay, well, you want to tell me about it? No, I really don't. Okay, what do you want to do? I want to try to rebuild the clubhouse. I mean, yeah, maybe we can't fix it, but hey, we all know which way to try. I do love making music, but that's not why I do it. I do it because I have to. Honestly, my life would be a lot easier if it was someone's secretary. Tara Clark, age 25, on the eve of the release of their fresh record. Oh, shoot, dude. Okay. In Jimmy Conley's bio, which relevant to me is enough of his own thing, unfortunately, relevant. But the only relevance, unfortunately, that. And now, you guys now know why I don't actually hate spoilers, because I do things like this all the time. I always jump between things with my insight and interpretative beliefs and abilities. And like, because you always have to prove what you know and validate what you're trying to do, this is what I'm doing, here's why. This is what I know, and here's how I got here, and this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to get to there. Why in God's earth holiness would you teleport your ability to know something if you don't know how to repeat that process for anyone else to be knowing that? In other words, in order to be a better teacher, how would that make sense? Well, if I just read that last bit in this book that I didn't even read yet, to spoil that part for me, after only reading one page and one panel, and just suddenly using spur of the moment thinking of why would this be about one minor character in the story and screw the rest of it for me on purpose, on some random spur of the moment, oh, I'm going to randomly figure out what Rhonda's looking like this for, and it has nothing to do with that because I'm doing it this through it. And that's all the Dr. Duff's and deeper connections with my life story, which is like, for example, my pornography addiction, by the way. You know what happens when you had to find out what kind of porn you're looking for on the hub or some shit, and you're like, oh, I only want to read up to this one more time. That's it. I'll stop the rest of my life. No, we all know that it never stops up there because the more porn you watch, the more you want it back, anyways. And but even darker than that, deeper than that, this is a simile I wanted to draw between that and some other parts of my life. Whenever you're looking for that stimulation, that hit, dopamine hit, it's not so much that you're not going to get what you want. It's that you'll get the feeling by its core. It does not matter what you get to do that to the point. It does not matter what you do to get to that hit. Even if you look for a very specific kind of stimulation, it doesn't have to be porn addiction, a certain type of stimulation, you'll find that you didn't have to find what you're looking for. And then your brain will find even darker tricks to use on you in the meantime. You'll find that it'll actually lead you to like, you'll get what you want exactly how you want it, and then use that as excuse to keep doing it anyways. The addiction is a very loose trap. It will really get you every single time if you let it. And it works in very complex ways. Not always simple, but that's the idea. How is this relevant to Amelia Rules, by the way? Because I was able to read the end of the book without even considering any more than the first page at that point. I teleported my insight across that page to know it better ends than to spoil a story that could have been easier and even more pleasant if I read the entire way chronologically. But not even this book series of 8+ books is done like that in the first place. Save mainline, because mainline is still 8 books, but like mainline is. But that's the idea. For the last 3 minutes of this video, for Castearony volume number 4, that's what I want to impress on you guys. I'm probably going to meditate for the last 2 minutes, by the way, but we'll meditate right now and then we'll say one thing at the end of the video. Here you go. I lied. I'm gonna talk right now all of a sudden. But I got 2 minutes anyway, so 2 minutes left of the video. Not to talk, to talk. Whatever. Uh, this is me still being more casual over time as a practice, as a rule of thumb for me, at least. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone other than yourself. It does not matter who thinks their intentions overrule your own. Don't let them get to you. This is not about them, this is about you. It's not selfish to take care of yourself in that manner. I tell this to everyone else, not just you. I tell this to everyone else. Everyone in my life. I live by that standard. It's not like the end of the world to be like, but if I don't prove it anyways, they would just stood in my way. Yeah, because they can't stand in your way. It's because you're a person and so is everyone else. You're not better than them, you're not worse than them. You're just a human being. And it doesn't mean you can't be special and confident in that regard. You can be, but it's just different. Amelia Rules has taught me, and I found out what the series was in 2021 and even earlier years, I think. Amelia Rules from June Galley has taught me that there's a life that you can live that could be ideal, as part of it being ugly and frustratingly realistic as it gets. There's a life that you can live that becomes ideal if you make it that way. As Aunt Tanner will say, you create your own magic. And that couldn't be any more true than it is. What it really is. But I want you all to create your own magic and to not forget that there are people who do care about you. And don't use that. Don't let them over your head and let them overrule your life. But at the same time, they do care about you. Sometimes people care about you in ways that they might not even expect to. But you get to discern whether or not they care about you the right way. And especially, do not let someone's way of caring about you overrule how they should care about you or even how to love in the first place. Don't let how someone loves you determine how you love them. Castearony, Volume Number 4, Digital Magazine.